Yeah. So of course, many of you might know us from the SolidWorks CATIA point of view. So these are our design side, and also Abacus and Simulias are our simulation, and but we are very deep into manufacturing solutions also. So some of the things that we do not on a product, not on a product capability basis, but how we solve some of the pain points that I'm going to discuss for the next few minutes. So of course, this is a very good quote that I have read, that many of the times we take the symptoms as our problems, but problems and symptoms are actually different. So some of the problems might be your delivery failures, or stock out, or your overstocking, or warranty claims, or your OE and everything is not good. But these are not actually your problems, these are your symptoms. So the problems lie deep rooted. So if we solve the problems, the symptoms will automatically go out. So maybe the turnaround time and the communication between the OEM and supplier and the tier 1 to tier 2 is not very good, right? Maybe the visibility you are not getting on a real-time basis. You are doing some post-mortem analysis. Maybe the delivery date committed and you are not allocating assets properly to get it fulfilled. Or even if you produce something, the quality are not up to the mark. So if you solve this, all your symptoms will automatically go. So this is a typical value network, right? So from supplier to tier 1 to OEM to customer, it flows. The material flows from left to right. And if you have any warranty claims and anything, so all those grievances comes back to the supplier, and then you correct it. But now, in today's connected age, this is not valid. So you need a bidirectional informational flow also to the supplier, to the customer. They want to know, pick up when I am getting my delivery, what actually getting or when, how my quality is getting maintained. So they want to know many things, and they have access to many things. So we have to give them that bidirectional flow of information. And so this is a typical supply chain network, and this is a typical how an organization works. So this is how things are moving, but it needs to be a closed loop system. So of course, you get the demand forecast from your customer and sales, and then your supply chain decides whether to produce it in-house, whether it is an outsourced material. But it needs to be a closed loop system, and there a digital thread can actually see everything and try and give you a real-time visibility to take action on at that moment only. So this is something we have the vision of a truly digitally connected enterprise from a manufacturing point of view, right? So few things you maintain in your PLM, okay? All your MBOM, routing, work instruction, recipe management, and everything should be done on here, PLM. Maybe here I have written SAP or any ERP system. You have all your master data, warehouse locations, and everything should be on the finance related thing should be on the ERP. But how we come in, so the manufacturing execution of DESO coming is in the middle. Okay, it's called Termia Apprizo. So we'll take, we are here to complement whatever system you have, take the data and contextualize and give you the visibility to take some decision, right? So in the bottom layer is the SCADA and IoT system that so maybe 10 years before it was the digitization that we have done. We have put some IoT center, sensor and everything. But there what we are doing, going in a month or in a week, taking the dump and trying to do a post-mortem thing, trying to figure out what charts and what the data we are getting. We are not getting anything real time from here, right? So we'll connect it with that. So we'll get all your process parameter, reason code, health and everything with that from the SCADA layer. We'll push the part details, okay, and the end-on Kanban thing to that layer. We'll take all your resource master, item master, order status from your ERP, and we'll, on a real-time basis, automatically we'll track the progress of your material flow. We'll order closer, part consumption, inventory update should be automatically posted back to SAP. Now what we are doing after we create an FG, we are manually entering everything, right? And if you have a scheduling software, we have a solution for scheduling also. You can directly push all your production schedule and everything directly. Or if you are doing it in ERP, you can push that. But so do some real-time execution on your scheduling and finite element based or in your real-time constraint based scheduling. So you might have a different scheduling software also. So yeah, so from a MOM, I think these are the main three things all of the manufacturing guys are looking for. One is how to maintain their quality, their material should be synced, and the production and maintenance should be automatically digitized, and we should take real-time decision. So in production scheduling, the expectation is the right material at the right time with right traceability, genealogy, everything should be available at the correct station automatically when you make a plan. In quality, you should be able to implement all your best practices, all your regulatory requirement automatically to the station, and nobody could jump those safeguards. And in production, you want everything to be connected, have a real-time data. All machines should be connected, and if anything goes wrong, if your OE gets down or anything happens, at that moment you should be able to know something is going wrong, and you take a corrective action, not wait to do analysis and take a decision after a month. Right? So there comes the base. So how to execute these three things? So there comes the MOM. We call it manufacturing operation management, not a manufacturing execution system. Because we cover a lot more than just connecting the machine and show you some IoT data in a fancy dashboard. No. We cover all your quality, warehouse, maintenance, time and labor, and of course the production is there. So from MOM, what are the key deliverables you might look for, right? One, your operational efficiency and excellence should go up if you are investing. So your operation should improve. Second, your quality and compliance should be in a place where you can trace and track everything. All your compliance or your regulatory things should be taken care by automatically. And if something goes wrong, you can quarantine, you can track back from where it has started. And third is, of course, the net zero, and everybody has tremendous pressure to meet their environmental obligations also. And we should, even without regulatory concern, we should be able to, as close as to net zero we should be there. So how to achieve those innovate? So we should innovate, but sustainably. So we shouldn't compromise on innovation to maintain the sustainable. So how to do that? So for operation excellence, how we can help you, right? And what is your expectation from an MOM system? So of course, one is the efficiency should be increased. How you can increase it? So you have to increase your visibility of the actual shop floor. It should be synchronized. In your just-in-time system, you should not overproduce or understock. It should be as much as you require. Depending on the demand fluctuability, you should be able to adjust very quickly. Okay. Second, all your data should be exhaustively collected. So three things you need from the data, right? One is monitoring. So you should monitor, and then the data that you are monitoring, the GBs of TBs of data you are generating, it should be stored in a contextualized way. So too much data without any context has no utilization. So you should automatically get contextualized and stored in a way where you can make some sense out of it. And third is of course the prediction, right? AI, ML layer and everything that comes up. When you have a 3 years data, 4 years data, you should be able to predict what may happen in next 6 months. But for that you need a very structured data in a conceptualized way, and it should be automatically connected. If you are collecting in a piece of paper, somebody is signing, somebody is noting, it is lost. You never find it. It is in a file. But it should be digitized, and digitized in a way that you can access the data and you automatically make some sense out of it. And of course, performance monitoring. So all the OEs and everything which is manually calculated, there are so many errors. And you know that we are at 95% OE, but why we are not able to meet the numbers? Why my production is less? So all those human intervention need to be eliminated to calculate the OE. Of course, for production, excellence is nothing without if you are not producing at good quality, right? So all your quality management, whatever you have decided, should automatically get deployed, and nobody could jump those gates. proper traceability, genealogy and everything should be in process so that you can go back in time and find out what happened, in which machine, which operator at which time have done it, and which raw material it has done. And if you are doing a corrective action, it should be measurable that okay, I have done it and I forgot it. It shouldn't be like that. There should be a mechanism. If I have done some kaizens or if done some improvement, whether it is adhered and what are the results that we are getting from the investment. So it should be automatically get connected so that the quality is maintained. If you have taken any kappa and anything you have done, so all the kappa should be managed digitally and then the adherence also. And of course, agility. So now to react to some unforeseen situation is very difficult. We take 15 days, 30 days just to find out what happened and how to change. But the COVID is something we have learned from the COVID days that we should be very, very fast. So we should be able to react very quickly, change everything at a point of notice, and it should be synchronized throughout the shop floor. And the collaboration should be real time. If we need something, we need to give very quickly. The data should be go to the supplier. If we mail it and then follow up for 3 days and then we get it, that we are losing time. It should be a system-based thing where everything should be automatically communicated with them. So this is something that we are expecting from operational excellence. Then quality and compliance, right? Quality is God now. So all the stringent recall policies and everything, quality should be maintained properly. So of course, it should be consistent and predictable, all the operations. There shouldn't be any surprise. And it should, not only production, all your logistics and maintenance also plays a huge role to maintain a proper quality. So your maintenance and logistics also should be digitally managed, and if anything changes, we should be able to know very quickly. No, all the best practices should be very easily deployable. If some supervisor has come up with something, it should be easily deployable to all the places, and with a click of a button, it should get a notice that you have to do this. And we should be flexible enough to not, it is not a global thing only. So if maybe something only locally is needed, so the system should be flexible enough to allow you to do local changes also. If it is something that every plant should implement, it should get implemented in a click of a button. But we shouldn't stop them from locally innovating. So it should be flexible enough for the supervisor or any production guy to encourage them to do their local innovations also. And of course, compliance and lean manufacturing. So it should be, all your traceability should be automatically generated. Who has approved it? All electronic manufacturing documents should be prepared. All your management requirement, all those data, documents, and everything should be easily available. And it should not confine to the OEM or a tier 1. It should be to all the supply chain. You should have a real-time data. So this is something. Then only you can maintain the compliance. Otherwise, only in silos it is very difficult. And third, but I think in current days most important is the sustainability. So how to maintain the sustainability, right? So we have to have some that predictive maintenance, that AI, ML and everything, right? So how to predict what is happening based on our past, how to predict what can go wrong, and then take preventive action on it. And the waste reduction and everything. So the waste and the 3M should be as less and as possible. That only can be done if you can synchronize all your supply chain in a way that you are not overproducing and you are not getting stock out also. So it should be flexible enough. And also, if any demand changes, right? Nowadays, with the demand changes so frequently. There is a war, there is a natural calamity, there is an pandemic. Anything can happen. So you should be flexible enough to quickly change your production according to the demand. And also, the workforce is also changing nowadays. So they are very tech savvy. And as the opportunities are growing, so you need to train more and more people very quickly. So you need the work instruction to be made in such a way it is getting easily available. The training, all your best practices should be easily done. And they want to work with tech, right? You have a screen and everything, rather than writing. If they select these are the reason code for this quality defect and everything, they are also very happy. And you should be easily replaceable and multi-line they should work, right? And it should be visible to them in a way that they can take a decision and not rely much on, the know-how should be retained. So now you cannot get dependent only one person intellect that he knows how to do it. The know-how need to be retained and it need to be distributed in a way that is easily consumable to all these new guys who are coming. So that also can be done. If we do all the things, I think these are the things we can achieve, right? In a sustainability, if you have to maintain the sustainability, everything needs to go down. Your defects, overproduction, waiting time, transportation, non-utilized talent, inventory, over-processing motion, everything needs to get down, and it can only get down if you are digitally connected, automatically taking the data, and in a way it is contextualized that you can take real-time decisions. So if everything gets down, your sustainability quotient automatically improves. Okay, and of course, as in a manufacturing setup, I have another slide just to show that in manufacturing, it's a subset of MOM only, that it's a single source of truth. So nobody is saying, hey, I have done that, he has not done that. So it is one source of truth for everyone, for management and everyone. You can take decision out of it. It's paperless, so everything is digital, so it is tracked and traceable. It is not going to lost. And third is, the performance is going to improve. And few of the pointers I have given how the performance is going to improve. So an MOM integrates everything that is needed for manufacturing, right? From receiving to your labor management, to your replenishment and inventory management, from your manufacturing, your preventive maintenance, your tool life maintenance, and everything. From your production, of course, all the machines are connected, and to you load the finished good to the truck. Okay, you should be able to trace and track everything. And how you will do? In every aspect, we can help you with some of the things. So all your in your maintenance, all your preventive maintenance, annual maintenance can be done. Your spare part visibility and everything can be given. Your production, your OEE, OAD, WIP visibility, everything can be synchronized. You can see. So normally, what in your raw material starts, you get a GRN, you issue, and once you have a finished good, you just post back to ERP, we have consumed it. But in between, there is no trace how the material is moving. So all your quality defect also, you have to every day the graph should be in a you have the graphs and Paretos and SPCs like a way that you can predict it in one shift from one operator, from one supplier. If you using this lot of raw material, there is a defect is more, then you can do the postmortem. Otherwise, it is very difficult to actually find what is the issue. So yeah. So this is everything. So now I think I have 40 seconds left. So this is the conclusion of all my slides. So of course we shouldn't work on a silos. We should work together. We should be methodical and structural in our approach, and strategically align. Not only us, with our partners also we need to be aligned properly. And it's an collaborative culture, so we should be transparent and consistent in the messaging that we are giving, so we so that our whole supply chain feel like one. We cannot delay the information or hide something. So yeah, so if everything is done, so I think this is a connected enterprise, the vision of a connected enterprise, and this is what